When I heard about the event, it really intrigued me. At the time I was a senior in high school. I always had like a strong opinion about being pro-life, but I wanted to have the knowledge to feel confident to speak to someone about it. For me, the thing that stuck out the most was hearing from women who had actually had abortions. Even if it was 10, 20, 30 years ago, the huge impact that that has on the mother and the father, just everyone involved.
All of the instructors were very helpful and they answered any questions that I had, and we could go in depth into anything that we were interested in.
There were several speakers that talked through the issues with abortions. I believe they gave a very good perspective on it. They showed a lot of things that you don't typically see.
The thing that impacted me most at the training was the video that they showed, where they showed live abortion victims, and that really was gut-wrenching, and it made me realize just how awful this reality that we live in is.
I've always been against it, but when you actually see it, it makes a pretty big impact.
It's one thing to talk about it and describe it, but when you show people the actual effect, what abortion looks like, it gives people more of a drive. I would encourage youth pastors and leaders to bring their kids, bring people in the church to these trainings, because you can't really turn a blind eye to it because it's all around us. And I believe that as leaders, it's our duty to give these people that training and knowledge. It makes you more an effective witness for the gospel. Then you can speak to these people in a more effective but loving way.
I have been able to apply some of the things I learned. For example, I've been able to talk with some friends about the issue of abortion, and at the training we discussed ways that you can approach the topic and how you can approach it with kindness and love.
One of the most important things, especially if you're talking to someone who's had abortions, is to empathize with them first. They might be like, well, I'm not a Christian, so what you're saying doesn't hold any value with me, but I can still empathize with that and then come at it with the perspective of, well, these people still matter and these things still matter. I had a conversation last year with someone who was still a young teenager, and she had had 2 abortions. She was in the opinion that, like, well, it was my choice and it's not. It really doesn't affect me, but you could tell the toll that it was having on her, because most of the times they are suffering from it and they do feel that pain. So I listened to her first, and then I did share some of my opinions about it and beliefs. And I think that's something that also makes this event more special and unique. Sometimes people who are pro-life or maybe different events just focus on, let's save the baby, let's focus on the baby. And that is so, so important, and I don't want to take away from that. But we still have to think about the mother, the siblings of that child that was aborted, the father, the close family members. There's so much pain with abortion.
Why I would recommend Life Guardians training to other people would be because you can use the things that you learn from there in your day-to-day life or with speaking with other people and other students about it.
I think that this course is great for other college students and high school students because it really teaches you how you can approach this topic in a way that shows Christ's love.
It helped ground my beliefs, and it gave me the tools and the resources necessary to be able to defend those beliefs.
Be ready to be challenged and think about things that maybe you haven't thought about before.
It has given me a lot more confidence. It's set a big fire and a passion that I have for the subject.
If you are serious in the fight for life, I would highly recommend going.